this week, we take a close look at an inspiring teacher at Tupelo High School who is doing great things. We also highlight the Black History Month program and take a look at the impact of African Americans in our society.
But that's all over.
Welcome back to another episode of WTHS News. I'm Caleigh Martin. Black History Month has been celebrated across the U.S. since 1976. On Monday, February 27th, Tupelo High School celebrated the achievements of African Americans through its annual Black History program. Students, faculty, and honored guests were all present to participate in the program. After listening to songs by THS Voices, Tupelo High School also heard from Pastor Jeffrey Daniels. He emphasized that while we may all be different, we can all work together to become trailblazers.
The only way that we're going to be a better country, be a better people, be a better nation, and be an example to the world as this great country is, we have to work together, and we can fulfill the dream.
This month is a great chance to reflect on the impact of African American history. Another important celebration in February is National Career Technical Education Month. CTE Month is a nationally recognized event that schools celebrate across the country, and it's especially important in Tupelo. The CTE tours allow students, staff, and community members to explore different opportunities that CTE classes offer. Throughout the month of February, there were several attractions such as a college fair and an industry fair for students to attend.
The importance of taking a CTE class is not only does the course give the student options about careers, but also helps with their academic class. So students also gain soft skills such as communications, teamwork, how to think, critical thinking. All of that takes place in our CTE classrooms.
It's great to see the CTE program flourishing at our high school. Speaking of great aspects of THS, many of our teachers have inspiring stories. Take it away, Max.
Just look at the package in 5 seconds.
Dr. Oz teaches here at THS, but there's more than meets the eye. Dr. Oz was born with the loss of hearing.
You know, I never knew what birds sounded like. I never knew what whispers sounded like. I never knew what, you know, the normal things that people who can hear well take for granted until I got my hearing aids.
Dr. Oz has learned many cool instruments and melodies. Although Dr. Oz has a loss of hearing, he can still play and sing music.
I went to Belhaven and that happened. I'd always loved music. And amazingly, I can almost have perfect pitch. I can play by ear. I can read music.
Dr. Oz goes through the joys of being a teacher. Dr. Oz says it's just nothing like seeing a student have an aha moment.
I like being involved in my students' lives. You know, I've had to overcome things, and when I see students putting the desire to overcome any difficulties or handicap they may have, that gives me such a joy.
Dr. Oz is truly an inspiration to all. He shows that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Thank you for everything, Doc. This is Max Enis, WTHS News.
Thanks, Max. It's great to take an inside look at not only teachers' lives, but our students' lives as well. Aaliyah has more with this week's sports.
Hey everyone, I'm Aaliyah Cooper, and welcome back to this week's edition of Sports Media. On a recap of last week's sports, golf traveled to New Hope Invitational last Wednesday. Tupelo finished in second place. On Thursday, baseball played at home against Itawamba while softball went to North Pontotoc. The Wave ended the final score 10-6, and the Lady Wave beat North Pontotoc 10-0. Last Thursday, our Lady Wave basketball traveled to Mississippi Valley for their third round of playoffs. They played against Horn Lake and ended the final score 58-51. History is being made again with the girls headed to Jackson.
Yeah, we finally get to go to Jackson, and it's been a while since Coach has been, so we finally get to go back.
We all know every team has their superstition. Michaela Raleigh says they eat Tallinis and drink sweet tea before every game. If you know Our Lady Wave, you'll see how much of a family they are.
We stuck together and fight through adversity.
Students and staff waved them good luck as they headed for their game. Wrestling had their state meet in Ridgeland. Will PQ placed third place in the 169 weight class, and Chris Scarlett got fourth place in the heavyweight weight class. Congratulations to Pinchy Leslie and EJ Scott for making the All-Star team in Jackson. Baseball was home again, battling against Jackson Prep. The Patriots got the upper hand, leaving the final score 9-3. Girls powerlifting had their North Half meet, with Pinchy and Morgan being our finalists. On Wednesday, Lady Wave Golf went to Madison for their Whisper Late meet. We'll have the results next week, so be sure to stay tuned. Today, baseball will be at Amory versus North Pontotoc at 5. Baseball plays Moorville at 11 and 1. Track will be at the Oxford Relays at 10, so be sure to come out and support the Wave. I'm Aaliyah Cooper, WTHS Sports Media.
Thanks, Aaliyah. It's awesome to see our students thrive in athletics. Another place students can thrive at THS is through journalism. This past week was Scholastic Journalism Week. Last Wednesday, WTHS staff members had the opportunity to reverse roles and teach administrators and the Association for Excellence in Education board members what it takes for us to produce a show. We were able to show off the skills it takes to use our cameras, edit our shows, and write our scripts. We were honored to be able to host a brunch for the ones who make what we do possible.
My favorite thing to learn was probably how the show was actually sequenced through Final Cut. Because I'm very tech savvy and I just kind of gravitate to that sort of thing. But it was really interesting just to see the intricacies that went behind the entire development of the program.
On Thursday, many students from various media classes had the opportunity to speak to professionals in the field of journalism. This event gave students an insight into the everyday process of producing different kinds of content, such as news productions, newspapers, photography, and more. Many students left feeling excited about the possibilities of pursuing journalism.
Another big piece of advice I would give is to be flexible, because this is not a 9-to-5 job. My job is 2:30 to 10:30 in the morning, and so this job will take you anywhere at any time.
It gave students the opportunity to have an outreach and an outlet to go find what they really love and see what journalism is all about. I feel like even students who weren't interested in journalism before, it maybe showed them that they could be. And I feel like that's one of the best things about Tupelo is all of the awesome opportunities that we have that offer students a way to find what their true passions are.
Journalism and media are big at Tupelo High School, and this weekend, WTHS students are headed to the Southern Interscholastic Press Association in Columbia, South Carolina. We wish everyone the best of luck at the competition. That's all we have for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of WTHS News.